So we're going to look at independent route, which is going towards Buckingham and then Whaddon. The examiner will pull you up in a position around here, and he'll ask you to turn left at the end of the road, and then after that follow signs for Buckingham. So we're going to take you on this independent route. It's quite a popular one. So all along this road is on a hill, and there's often vehicles around you, so I'm just going to get my biting point ready so I'm not rolling back. Looking all around me, nobody behind me, so I won't need a signal. At the end of the road I'm turning left. At any point you are unsure of where you're going, you can ask the examiner. I would try and remember if you can, because the whole idea of this independent driving is to see your ability to read directions and follow them accordingly. Now this is a popular area for failing, because as you come out, some people see the long road and they increase their speed too early. It's still 30 until we hit this national speed limit area. So just when you get to there, we're going to check our interior mirror, and then I can increase my speed if there's nothing overtaking. You want to try and get your speed up to 45, 50 along here. It's quite narrow, so doing 60 would be quite tricky, especially with the bends coming up. Now looking out for the signs, I'm looking for Buckingham, which is turning left at the roundabouts. So checking my mirrors, hit my left signal. And I'm checking this roundabout nice and early, trying to plan my approach so I don't have to stop. So obviously when you're approaching these roundabouts, the more looks that you get in on the approach, the better you can time your approach to. So early looking means early decision making too. So National Speed Limit Road, it's a dual carriageway, it's pretty clear, so there's no reason why I can't get my speed up to 70 on here. On the long road, just keep checking your mirror every 4 or 5 seconds for updates, what might be behind you. So I've got a clue that there's a roundabout coming up, so I'm actively looking for signs for Buckingham at the moment. So I'm just checking my mirror and just coming off the gas a little bit to give myself time to read the signs. And on the right, this is your big clue, the Buckingham is the right hand lane, and it's also reinforced with the arrows in the road. So I'm checking my mirrors, signal on a shoulder before coming across, and then make sure you cancel your signal once you're here in the right hand lane, and then just checking that right nice and early again. Keep close to the roundabout, and then once you've checked your mirrors and put your signal on, then you can make your way across to the left. So on that roundabout, some people cut across too early, so they've gone over to the left without a left signal on. And then obviously some people miss the arrows in the road or the signs, and they're trying to use the left-hand lane to go ahead. And another common mistake is the ones that are in the left-hand lane realise that they're in the wrong lane, but too late, and then they swerve across. So if that happens to you, the best thing you can do, if you have realised you're in the wrong lane and it's too late to change, then just go the wrong direction. Just check your mirrors, put a left signal on, and go left at the roundabout. You go in the wrong direction, but the examiner isn't marking you on your ability to follow directions. He's marking you on your ability to drive safely. So although you've taken him off route, he will just change the route and just sort of make out that you're a little bit nervous and you're not very good with directions, and they should be okay. So now he's going to ask you to follow signs for Whaddon. So looking at the signs here, Whaddon's turning right. So I'm checking my mirrors, putting a right signal on early. And then again I'm approaching this roundabout, and I'm trying to time it, so I keep looking over the roundabout as well, because the cars can come around quite quickly. Hugging the roundabout, and then checking my mirrors, left signal, before I come across to the left. along here. People sometimes forget they're still on a national speed limit road, so again it's important that you make progress. Obviously it's not safe to do 60 at the moment because of the bends in the road, and like here we've got some while visibility is restricted. On these long roads, just keep checking your mirror every 4 or 5 seconds again for updates. Someone might be a little bit impatient in a faster car and they might try and overtake you on some of these bends. And it's around now he'll then say to you, take the road signs for Milton Keynes West. Now this is a really tricky corner that we're going to be turning right. You've got to negotiate the time of your turn really precisely here, because if you turn too early you're going to cut across vehicles coming round from the left. So I'm going to check my mirrors and put my right signal on. Just slow down early. About where these signs are, I should be putting my clutch down, and I'm just going to wait. I'm going to go into first gear, so you can block change your gears, and I'm just following the bend round. Remember, that's where I'm turning, but I'm following it round until I got a good view of what's on the left. So I'm just going to pull my wheel right slightly, so if something comes now I can still stop. And it's about now I can look into that road as well, just make sure there's nobody there, and I can turn into the road, checking my mirrors before increasing my speed. So just pay attention to the national speed limit area here that we're going into, so I'm just going to check my mirror and increase the speed again. This is a really bumpy road, so again 60 probably isn't safe here, so we'll just get it up to about 40-45, show that examiner that we've realised that it's not a 30 mile per hour road, so we are showing him that we're making progress. We've got this warning triangle telling us at the bend here, so just check your mirror on the approach and slow down to around 30 miles an hour, and then obviously dropping down to third, which will give you that ability to pull away again once you come out the corner. Just checking that mirror before increasing your speed. Now this is quite a tricky corner. People don't realise how sharp the corner is. There are clues, quite a few. You've got the warning triangle with the bend, and you've got the black and white chevrons. So I'm just going to check my mirror, and about where the 30 sign is, we want to slow down and plop it into second gear. So people go flying round and then they sort of go out onto the other side of the road slightly. As you can see, if we were turning any later, we would have met that vehicle. So speed down to around 20 there, or just less than 20, into second gear. For these road humps, just make sure you're glancing in your mirror just before you're touching the brake pedal to slow down. And at this point, he'll then say to you, follow the signs for Milton Keynes. So we've got a nice roundabout at the end of this road. Just keep checking the mirrors before each road hump. So there's my sign for Milton Keynes. I'm going to check both my mirrors, put a right signal on. Again, just checking early. It's a quiet roundabout, there could be someone there. And position's the most important thing here, so we don't want to go around this too fast. So second gear's a good gear to go around that roundabout. This is another tricky area, the bends, there's quite a few, so stay in second gear, just focus on your position over your speed. So we should be keeping quite close to the curb because it is quite a narrow road. If there's other vehicles coming towards us, then if we're going too fast, obviously there could be a collision. That's this is the point where he'll say to you, that's the end of your independent driving. I'll give you directions from now on, so we turn in right.